So in this video, I'm going to talk about partying at Middlebury College or partying in general in the US. Um, I'm not a party animal, so when it comes to partying in France, I don't have a lot of experience, but like going to nightclubs sure, I've already partied, but not that much. And so I never noticed something, and the thing that I've noticed in partying in the U.S., it didn't like come as a shock, but it came as a difference. And I've never noticed this kind of things in France, so that's why I'm going to make a video about that. So, first of all, yeah, I'm doing that because yesterday I had a party, and so still, while my memories are still fresh, I can still react about it. And it's a great opportunity because last time I attended a party, I didn't make a vlog about it, I didn't write about it, which is too bad. But now I can because every party is kind of the same. Mostly. So the difference, I've attended like several ones, and every time they follow the same pattern. So basically, what do you have in an American party? You have grinding. And I must be like a noob or something, or yeah, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a party animal, so I'm not very used to that kind of things. And I guess the first time I went to a party at Middlebury College and I saw people grinding, was like, what the hell are they doing? So yeah, culture shock. I don't know. I've never seen that in France, or maybe I'm like such a hermit that I'm not really know. I've been living under a rock or something. But yeah, I was like, what the hell are they doing? And because I was so confused. But yeah, so you have grinding, and you have a lot of drunk people. At least not necessarily drunk, but they're tipsy. They've definitely drunk something. And the irony thing is that they're not even allowed to, because it's, you have to be 21 years old in the US to be able to drink, to be legally, allowed to drink. And mostly these parties are freshman filled, so they're filled with people that are on their first year of university, of college, and so it means it's like 19. So this is like the contradiction, like they're 19, so they're not allowed to drink. And still, most of these people who are here are already not sober at all. So yeah, and that explains a lot of grinding, a lot of hormones release, and all. Yeah, that's definitely the atmosphere of parties. The ones I've experienced, if I had to sum it up. So, and I guess that it has a relation or something. I think that the alcohol does take a lot of yeah, explains a lot of things here, because alcohol, young people, and then grinding, making out. So if I was to, if I were to interpret it, I would say that um, this kind of, very lusty atmosphere, very wild atmosphere, explained by first the alcohol. So the alcohol does, stop the inhibition in you, so it makes you more like wilder, and makes you more open to interactions in that context, in that type of interactions. And also the fact that they're young, they're 19, so for most of them maybe it's their very first time, because they're in college. So it's the difference, like in France. Like in France, when you go to college or university, it's basically, it can be mostly, as for me, I was in Paris and I stayed at my parents. I was still at my parents. You don't move out yet. Whereas in the US, they usually go to a college and it's far from their home. It's in another state, so they're completely apart from their parents, and there's no more, parents to, regulate them, and that's why they're free, and that's their first their first how to say, I forgot, but yeah, that's the first time that they are completely unregulated and free, so they can do whatever the hell they want. And so that explains it too, like, they want to be it's a way to liberate themselves and free themselves. So, from whatever. Anyway, so that. And yeah, so you take those two factors into account. The fact that they're young and that's the first time they're out of their parents control, and the hormones too, and the alcohol. So you get a cocktail of lusty emotions there. Yeah, but yeah. When I went to these parties, every time I was sober, so it wasn't. I was like, I mean, every time I go there, I'm like someone who just observes things. I mean, I do have fun, I dance and all, but I guess I'm not in the same wavelength than them. And I don't know. Maybe, I mean, first, I'm not a party animal. I'm more the type of person who likes to chill out with a small group of people and then, have a drink and chit chat and whatnot. Whereas when you party, you cannot even hear what you say. And I mean, you can't even talk. You just dance and there's no communication. And I guess that's why it doesn't really fit me. I need to talk a lot. I like to talk a lot. I mean, hence this freaking YouTube channel, right? So, yeah. So, I mean, every type of party. I mean, every party was actually the same time. I went once to the bunker. Well, the bunker, that's another story. But yeah, it's called the bunker because it's way downstairs in the building. It's freshman field too. Wow, it's so packed, and I hate the fact that especially when people are drunk or sober, they're not aware of the space capacity, So they will dance and they will completely move their limbs as though there were freaking space everywhere. Whereas no, there are actually people around you, and so you get elbows or like hands or like whatnot in your face. I mean, not in your face, but in your body, and it's so freaking annoying. But I guess that if I was drunk, I wouldn't really mind that. But as I am sober, as I am a better person, well, I do feel that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I guess that I'm not. Well, I mean, alcohol, that's another story, the fact that you have to be 21 to drink, which seems to be a long time versus 18 in France or in most countries. So, when you're 18, in France, then alcohol it's not a big deal anymore. I guess that the more forbidden it is, I mean, the more you try to, find an alternative to that rule. So then, I guess when they finally turn 21, they realize that alcohol, well, there's no need to binge drink, It just, you don't need to, I mean, maybe they realize that you don't need to drink in order to have fun, really. This is not the essence to the question of having fun. So maybe they realize that. But that's another question, yeah. So it's something else. Alcohol, yeah. And partying alcohol are completely related, so I don't know if I'll make another video about it, but I'm rambling right now. So yeah, partying. Yeah, partying, well, so you have that, and yeah, it's so, especially the grinding part is it was very surprising, especially like the guys, and you get like some, not predators, but I've noticed like there's some senior dudes that I know. And I wonder why the hell they're at a party that is freshman field, right? And I've seen that guy, and he's like moving. I mean, he's walking in toward in the group of people dancing, as if he was looking for a prey. And every time I've seen him like crying like 4 or 5 girls, like you can see. I mean, especially if you observe him, you can see that he's looking for someone. He's looking for someone to crying with, and more, I mean, if possible. So I don't know, that's just like a nasty, I mean, you see like he's a lone wolf and he's targeting someone, and yeah, I don't know, I guess I'll continue that in another video. I'm talking way too much, I have way too many things to say.